everybody, this is Terry with Reborns by Terry. Just a quick video on rooting. What I'm working on is the ladybug head, and she's being rooted with some dark brown. Oh, well, actually it's chocolate brown. It's a yearling mohair from Slumberland Nursery. I've got quite a bit done on her already. When I start rooting, I usually start at the front and then work around one side, back. Since Ladybug's getting really thick hair, I really didn't map out the head like I would on a finer newborn. I just marked the spot where I wanted my crown to be, and basically I just work around till I get to that point. In another video I'll show a really simple crown. Since her hair is really thick, a really simple crown works real well on this. Let's spray this a little bit. I didn't make her hair really long because she is going to be a 9-month-old baby. Although it is quite thick, it's not real long. But it'll still be long enough to style. And I think she's coming along pretty good. Slumberland, their hair is usually about, I'd say, anywhere from 6 to 7 inches long. I always cut it in half. I root from the end, which I'll be showing you how to hold the hair and needle to do that. So half the hair on this age of a doll puts it about 3 inches, maybe a little bit more long, which is plenty long. And that way you have very little waste. You use 100% of the hair. So when you do style it and trim it, there's not a lot to trim off. This is the rooting tool I use. I really like this one because you can buy the uncut needles, which are a lot less expensive than when you use the mushroom rooter. You have to have the cut needles to put in it. Uncut ones are a lot cheaper. Just make sure your needle's in there really good so it doesn't slip. I actually had to put a piece of tissue down in the bottom of mine because the needles would slip a little bit. Make sure you have everything ready to go. When I root, I use plain water, although this did originally start out as a detangler spray. There's a couple reasons for that. I don't have a really good grip, so if your head slips, you're going to break needles. You get too much conditioner on there, and your head will get slippery. And you always want to make sure you have a good grip on your head so you don't break your needles. A lot of people use a bowl. I just use a nylon stuffed with some polyfill, and that holds the head in place really good. It doesn't scratch your paint. Doesn't give you any shiny spots on your paint job. And the way I root is from the tip end of the hair. A lot of people still root from the center, where you take a strand from the center and pull it down and put it in. I don't. I root from the cut end, and more artists are doing that. And it gives you a much better finished job. And you want to keep this cut in pretty even. You don't want a bunch of long pieces sticking out. So you will trim it a lot. So only start with a small bunch because you don't want to have a bunch of short pieces you can't use. And I'm working with a 43 gauge single barb needle. So you really have to get it lined up so the barb grabs the hair. And I just go along and fill it all in. The needle I'm using will grab 1 or 2 hair. I'm okay with 2 on this, sometimes even 3. That looks a little pluggy, so I will take that part of that one out. Even on thick hair, I don't like to get big plugs. But with the thickness of this hair, 1 or 2, I don't stress over. And you want to make sure your head doesn't shift too much. Notice I put my hand on it, hold it in place as I'm pushing the needle in. When it starts shifting too much, you will break needles. And that's another reason I keep the conditioner away till I'm really ready to style the hair. I don't know if this video is getting a close-up of the actual hair going in. Now see, I'm starting to get some little long pieces, so I'll cut those off. It just makes it much easier, and then you don't have those little stragglers sticking out. And what I'll do with this head is just keep working around until I get to that line I drew. That line is drawn on with a watercolor pencil. It's really easy to remove. You don't want to use anything that you're going to have trouble removing. The regular Prismacolor pencils that we use for eyebrows will sometimes not rub off easily. So just get a watercolor pencil. They come right off. And then when I get around to the back here and up to my crown, that's when I'll go back and finish up this side of the front, come down on this side of the head, and then work around till it all meets. Get everything done to that circle. And also after I do my crown, I start my hair lying back a little further than I actually want it. As you can see, I've started a little bit here. But usually I wait till I'm all done with the crown, and then I'll come in and really shape the front of her hair. And as you can see, I haven't decided on eyes yet. I have several different colors over here to choose from, and I just haven't decided which ones I'm going to put in her yet. Thanks for watching, and another video will be made when I'm ready to do her crown and then shape the front of her hair. Have a good day, everybody.